Hello, this is the Tradesight U.S. Stocks and Futures Market Preview for Wednesday, the 25th of April, 2018. There's a slight chance, due to my travel schedule for vacation here on Thursday and Friday, that we may not get one up tomorrow night. So this might be it for the week, but I think I'll get one up tomorrow. Let's see what happens. In terms of data tomorrow, by the way, the only thing we have is crude oil inventory is an hour into the market. Here's a look at the ES front month futures contract. This is the daily chart of the broad market futures form. Rolled over quite a bit today after gapping up. This does not look good. Again, we talked about this. This is not a positive look for the market. If you crack that 2560 area or so, boy, that won't be pretty. Let's go through the major indices, and then we'll talk about everything else. So crude oil up a little bit to 67.77. Actually, it looks like it was down a little bit to 67.77. Gold up $6.10 to 13.30. S&P cash loses 35.73. Remember that 13 buy signal that did work. I mean, obviously, we went up from there, but now the lows of that coming into range. NASDAQ 100, the NDX down 139.75. And this is the real concern, because if you draw the trend line from back in last July to the lows in February to the lows in March, right around 6,400 is the key number. So another 140-point down day, we're breaking that trend line. Look out. And I point out, this is a head and shoulders formation, guys. Folks, this is a head and shoulders formation. So again, if we crack 6,300, we're breaking the neckline of the head and shoulders, and that's ugly. Stocks down 10 points, $10.31. The biotech's down 48.63. Nothing pretty there. The VIX up 168. The trend closes at 0.93. That puts the 10-day moving average up a little bit, but we're going to lose a higher number tomorrow. So anything under about 0.9 tomorrow, if we get on the trend, I think we'll take that 10-day moving average under 0.85. That would be a sell signal. Volume was way up. Remember, we had a big volume problem on Monday. On Tuesday, it was better, 2.1 billion shares. Problem was, the market wasn't that exciting until the last part of the day, like over lunch and beyond. First hour or two was pretty choppy, to be honest. Advanced decline ratio on the NASDAQ plus 69. That means a couple more stocks up than down, which is interesting when the NASDAQ's down 139. On the New York, though, was negative 818. Google loses $51.17 post-earnings. Almost a floating island, but not quite. Apple loses $2.30 again. This thing's getting beat up pretty badly over the last week. Netflix down $11.67, which pulls it off the highs. Amazon down $57.77. Woo! Of course, it's a $1,400 stock. Tesla literally up 9 cents. Doesn't really matter on that. TLT, the 20-year bond ETF, up down 54 cents. Goldman Sachs, again, loses $4.18. This does not look pretty either. So a lot of these big leadership stocks not looking pretty. Go to the 5-minute candles of the broad market. So you can see we gapped up. We tried both ways early. We didn't really fill the gap immediately. It took about an hour and a half, hour and 20 minutes to go fill the gap. Then we flattened out, and then by the time we were heading into lunch, we were just break even for the day. So really nothing had happened. It was a boring morning. Wasn't a lot to do from that perspective. And then it was over lunchtime that we sold off sharply. And look at that, coming back from lunch, we get a 13 buy signal, and that's the bottom, and then kind of just drifted back up a little bit. So interesting, bad timing, because you never want the big move to be over lunch. Just it's not really usable. Here's the NASDAQ side. A little more negative early on, but is what it is. In case we don't do a report the next 2 days, then just to remember, Thursday we've got durable goods and the weekly initial and continuing jobless claims and the goods trade balance and preliminary wholesale inventories an hour before the bell, and natural gas inventory is an hour into the market. Friday, we've got that first look at GDP. I will probably not be around on Friday, but that's the first look at GDP for the first quarter, and we're wrapping up earnings season here with some big ones Thursday and Wednesday. We've got revised University of Michigan sentiment at 10 a.m. on Friday as well. So there's some big data ahead, a couple of big earnings left to wrap up the season, and then we're clean. Charts, as usual, brought to you by eSignal. If you've not yet taken a trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out for a couple of weeks. Have a great trading Wednesday and maybe the rest of the week if you don't hear from me.